The alleged leader behind the foiled assassination plot at the White House will head to Ohio for trial. Prosecutors here in Nebraska asked the judge to dismiss the charges against him here because of a new indictment in Ohio.
Alvarez is accused of masterminding a thwarted plot to fly drones with explosives into a stage and have snipers positioned outside the UFC event at the White House back in June. He was arrested in Omaha. He faces charges of conspiracy to provide support to terrorists and conspiracy to commit murder.